Good morning, guys. I'm not here this week. I'm at a conference, but I wanted to let you know we're doing our author study. So, you're going to listen to two books, just like last time. You're going to write the author's name and the star by the square, and then you're going to draw the two front covers. After that, it needs to be placed in your white bucket on the corner of my desk. Enjoy.
Dragons Love Tacos by Adam Rubin. Hey kid, did you know that dragons love tacos?
Wow.
They love beef tacos and chicken tacos. They love really big, gigantic tacos and teeny little baby tacos as well.
Baby taco.
Why do dragons love tacos? Maybe it's the smell from the sizzling pan. Maybe it's the crunch of the crispy tortillas. Maybe it's a secret. Either way, if you want to make friends with the dragon, tacos are key.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, dragon, why do you guys love tacos so much?
Hey, dragon.
But wait, as much as dragons love tacos, they hate spicy salsa even more. They hate spicy green salsa, spicy red salsa, they hate spicy chunky salsa, and spicy smooth salsa. If the salsa is spicy at all, dragons can't stand it. Why do dragons hate spicy salsa? Well, just one drop of hot sauce make a dragon's ears smoke. Just one single speck of hot pepper makes a dragon snort sparks. Spicy salsa gives dragons the tummy troubles. And when dragons get the tummy troubles, oh boy. If you want to make tacos for dragons, keep the toppings mild. Tomatoes, lettuce, cheese. These are all good toppings for tacos for dragons. Hey dragon, how do you feel about spicy taco toppings? Dragons love parties. They like costume parties and pool parties and big gigantic parties with accordions and tiny little parties with charades. Why do dragons love parties? Maybe it's the conversation. Maybe it's the dancing. Maybe it's the comforting sound of a good friend's laugh. The only thing dragons love more than parties or tacos is taco parties. Taco parties are parties with lots of tacos. If you want to have some dragons over for a taco party, you'll need buckets of tacos, pantloads of tacos. The best way to judge is to get a boat and fill it with tacos. That's only how many tacos dragons need for a taco party. After all, dragons love tacos. Hey, dragon, are you excited for the big taco party?
Hey, dragon.
Just remember, dragons hate spicy salsa. Before you host your taco party with dragons, get rid of all the spicy salsa. In fact, bury the salsa in the backyard so the dragons can't find it. These dragons love your taco party. They love the music. They love the decorations. They especially love the tacos. Congratulations! It's a good thing you got rid of all that spicy. Wait a second. What are those little green things in the salsa? You didn't read the fine print? Totally mild salsa. Now with spicy jalapeno peppers? Dragons, listen to me. Do not eat those tacos. Those little green specks in the salsa, those are jalapeno peppers. They're super spicy. I know you love tacos, dragons, but you're going to not love those tacos.
I'm sure it's fine.
Do not let those dragons eat those tacos. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Too late. Why would dragons help you rebuild your house? Maybe they're good Samaritans. Maybe they feel bad for wrecking it. Maybe they're just in it for the taco breaks. After all, dragons love tacos. Gladys the Magic Chicken by Adam Rubin. This all happened a long time ago. 3,000 years before your grandma's grandma was born. We call it ancient times. And in ancient times, they talked like this. Lo and behold, how this chicken both danced after feasting. See that dancing chicken, kid? That's our hero. That there is Gladys. Every day, Gladys followed the sheep, who followed the dog, who followed the shepherd boy through the mountain pass. The shepherd boy worked all day and never went to school because in ancient times, school had not been invented yet. It's true. Look it up. Well, the shepherd boy, he never learned how to look up things, or how to read or write or to know science, or understandably, he was not nearly as smart as you are. For instance, one day the shepherd boy found a puddle, which he thought was a hole in the ground with an upside-down boy in it. To be fair, the shepherd boy had never seen his own reflection before, and after a few minutes of waving, he did eventually realize he was looking at himself. He was horrified. Misery and woe! I'm hideous! Cried the shepherd boy suddenly, which frightened Gladys, who plopped out an egg. He wept and wailed and pounded his fist in the mud. Gladys nudged the boy's neck to comfort him. Oh, Gladys, sighed the shepherd boy, I wish that I were beautiful. Years passed, and the shepherd boy changed. His arms became thick, and his chestnut hair fell past his shoulders. He grew strong, wrestling the sheep to give them haircuts. Shepherds call it shearing, but the sheep called it bah! That strapping shepherd boy could shear a sheep in 67 seconds flat. Though it should not be noted, clocks had not been invented in ancient times yet. One day, a traveling merchant came to the mountains. His wagon was full of treasures from faraway lands. Spices, the shepherd boy had never tasted pepper. Fabrics, the shepherd boy had never touched silk, and rarest of all, a shiny, polished-looking glass. Well, heck, the shepherd boy hadn't even seen his reflection in all those years before the muddy puddle, so at first the handsome face in the mirror startled him. But this time it only took him one wave to figure it out. The shepherd boy was overjoyed. He scooped up Gladys and kissed her smack on the beak. This confused the traveling merchant, who had seen many strange things in his travels, but none quite as odd as the shepherd smooching a chicken. Gladys hath granted my wish to be beautiful, declared the shepherd boy. 'Tis a magic chicken, a magic wish-granting chicken. This intrigued the traveling merchant. He proposed a trade. And that's how the traveling merchant wound up riding away with Gladys in his wagon, while the shepherd boy was left with a shiny new mirror glass in which to admire himself. Gladys has never been down from the mountain before. She had never seen the shimmering sea. She had never heard the wind whip through the wheat. She had never smelled a tired old donkey. Magic chicken, get your magic chicken here. Every wish granted. Response to Gladys. No wishing prior to purchase. The traveling merchant shouted till his throat was sore. The villagers in the market bought magic stones, magic bones, but for some reason, none of them believed in a magic chicken. I wish I was rid of this stinky chicken, muttered the traveling merchant as he packed up his wares. And just like that, he realized Gladys was gone. A long-bearded bandit had stolen Gladys away and was planning to eat her for dinner. Ye be a magic chicken, Gladys, chuckled the long-bearded bandit. as he lit fire under his pot. "Well, I wish to visit the palace of the purple Pooh-Bah." The long-bearded bandit laughed and laughed, a little too loudly, actually, because a brave swordsman overheard the commotion and decided to investigate. "Hark, thief! From where did ye pilfer this chicken?" The brave swordsman disarmed the long-bearded bandit and bound him with rope. He rescued Gladys. Then he carried the thief to the palace of the purple Pooh-Bah and threw him into the dungeon. "Curse you, magic chicken! This is not what I meant!" cried the long-bearded bandit. A sudden burst of trumpets startled the brave swordsman, but not as much as Gladys, who plopped out another egg and went splat on his shoe. Flower girls threw petals, magicians played music and dance, and soldiers of the royal guard marched in a perfect unison as they carried the purple Pooh-Bah towards the palace. To march in the royal guard was the greatest wish of the brave swordsman. So when the purple Pooh-Bah passed by, he puffed up his chest and looked as brave as possible. "Pardon me, brave swordsman," said the purple Pooh-Bah, "but why thou carry a chicken?" The brave swordsman blushed and bowed. "'Tis said to be a magic chicken, your highness." The purple Pooh-Bah chuckled. He was always skeptical of any so-called magic, but there was something undeniably amusing about that chicken. He decided she would make an excellent gift for his daughter, the learned princess, who, by the way, had become learned thanks to private tutors. Remember, there were no schools in ancient times. In exchange for the chicken, the brave swordsman was invited to join the royal guard just as he had wished. "Thank you, Gladys," he called as the purple Pooh-Bah carried her away. The purple Pooh-Bah had a thriving kingdom, a lovely place, and a vault full of magnificent jewels. All he really wanted was his only daughter to be happy. When the purple Pooh-Bah opened the learned princess' door, she hurled an urn past his head. It smashed into pieces against the wall, which was a shame, really, because nowadays an urn from ancient times would be worth millions of dollars at least. "I offer a gift," protested the purple Pooh-Bah. "'Tis a magic chicken named Gladys." "Get out of my room!" screamed the learned princess. The purple Pooh-Bah left the chicken, shut the door, and dusted bits of urn from his robe. "Teenagers!" He shook his head. And that's how Gladys went from pecking through the sheep dunge to living in the royal palace. When Gladys first tried a fig, she danced a boogie so vigorous that it tickled the learning princess to tears. The purple Pooh-Bah heard his daughter laugh through the echoes of the walls of the palace, and he wondered if maybe the chicken really was magic. The learned princess spent all her time reading scrolls. They did not have books in ancient times. She longed to explore the wide world, which she had read so much about, but her tutors feared for her safety, so they kept her locked in her room. The only one who brought her joy was Gladys, so she wrote this song. "Gladys the magic chicken, you can work her magic for you. Gladys the magic chicken, make a wish and watch it come true. Her dancing is enchanting, and her eggs are tasty too. Gladys the magic chicken, abracadadoodle-doo." The tune was very catchy little ditty, and soon everyone in the kingdom was singing it. But while Gladys gladly gobbled figs and the learned princess gazed out her window at the shimmering sea inside, her real wish was to escape the palace. Crash, bang, boom! The learned princess shrieked as a fearsome pirate swung through the window, flipped through the air, and landed on the floor with a sword clenched between her teeth. Gladys had let an egg go plop. "You're coming with me," threatened the fearsome pirate. "I'm here to kidnap you for ransom." "Hooray!" squealed the learned princess. "Hooray!" asked the fearsome pirate. The learned princess happily packed her bags, mostly scrolls, a warm cloak, and of course, Gladys. On the deck of the mighty pirate ship, the crew made a merry and sang songs of the sea with the learned princess. They fed Gladys grapes and watched her dance. To adventure! The fearsome pirates raised her goblet and winked at the chicken. May it follow us wherever we go. Swoosh, boom, kawoosh! Flaming arrows rained down from the sky. The ship was under attack. Rival pirates climbed aboard and drew their swords. A vicious fight broke out, claiming many lives and limbs. The learned princess managed to escape thanks to the efforts of the fearsome pirate, but she wept as she rolled away, for her beloved chicken was nowhere to be found. Relax, relax. Gladys was fine. This story has a happy ending. Calm down. Gladys wound up perched on the herd of a drowning sailor who splashed and gasped and thrashed through the churning sea. Very few people learned to properly swim back in the ancient times. Eventually, the drowning sailor grabbed a hold of a floating plank of wood, prayed that he might somehow survive and sail another day. When the drowning sailor woke up, he was surprised to discover that he had not drowned after all. Gladys hopped off his head to hunt for clams in the sand. Praise be the magic chicken that has saved my life, shouted the no longer drowning sailor. Then he coughed up a bucket of seawater, laid down, and took a nap. A lone ranger heard the shouting and approached the beach to investigate. Gladys pecked a clam from the shell, slurped it down her gullet, and did her little boogie dance. The Lone Ranger smiled, which she hadn't done in a very long time. She dismounted her horse, scooped up the chicken, and decided to take it for a ride. They rode away. From the sea, past the town, through the fields, up towards the mountain pass. The horse galloped so hard, so fast, it jostled an egg loose from the jiggling chicken. As they approached the foothills, the road was blocked by a flock of sheep in dire need of shearing. The sheep herder had been distracted by his desperate search for his long-lost friend. Gladys, he exclaimed as he dropped to his knees. Forgive me, I smashed that cursed-looking mirror glass that had consumed my mind. How I wished upon that I might find you again. The Lone Ranger spied the shepherd's sturdy form and healthy mouth. And how I wished upon that I might find a worthy companion, she whispered to her horse. And so, the no longer a boy shepherd, and the no longer Lone Ranger, and the dog and the sheep, and of course Gladys, made a very happy home in the mountains. Maybe Gladys was never granted any wishes, but her song had already been written, and the ballad was passed down from generation to generation, and translated from one language to the next, forgotten, remembered, and eventually printed in this book so that someday you too could share the story of Gladys with someone who wishes to see the magic in the world, even if they're only looking at a chicken. Blop.